How has COVID impacted clinical trials in India? Are companies relying on risk-based monitoring using digital technology? And overall, do you see the coronavirus pandemic triggering some long-lasting changes in R&D in terms of R&D budgets, in terms of focus areas? Just a broad take on that, Dr. Doshi.
Sure, Anju. So, as far as the clinical trials are concerned, in Western world, clinical trials are not being impacted. They are using telemedicine and they are going on, of course, at a slower pace as compared to earlier pace. As far as India is concerned, I think the clinical research organization associations are still working out guidelines in terms of how to restart clinical trials, and a lot depend. And they are in, as far as I understand, they are in talks with government and governmental agencies about how to start this. ICMR and others need to give them approval for this. It will also depend on where the CRO is located. What was their, you know, volunteer base? Are they in red zone? Are they in a green zone? Are they in orange zone? So that's going to, change the scenarios for each CROs. Uh, Probably a large portion of studies, I mean, when we talk about clinical trials, we know that remdesivir, favipiravir, all those clinical trials are still being continued with government authorization. So it will also depend on type of drug that for which the clinical trial is being sought for. And for certain drugs, it might be allowed, and there might be patient population available for that. Uh, Also, there is a portion of bioequivalence studies, and I think there is the organizations are struggling for that in terms of a bioequivalence studies. So they will also most. And coming back to your question on R&D, the investment trends and future trends. Uh, Depending on, if we consider a scenario where COVID situation is taken care of in next 2 to 3 months, I think there will be a very little impact on R&D spending, and it will surge back quickly. However, most realistic scenario is that this is going to be with us till December or so. In that scenario, most of capital expense and the capital projects will be put back. Only so expansion projects will be put back, but at the same time there will be investment in R&D to digitize things so that the analyst working on HPLC or someone else can work from home and be a contributor in the R&D or as well as company's growth. Um, Operational budgets will definitely be relooked at. Projects will be reprioritized depending on which scenario plays out. Most of the companies, if I understand correctly, are looking at a medium-term scenario where things will be till December. So there is definitely going to be an impact in operational budget. How each company manages it is up to that company, whether they look at the manpower part of it or they look at the project part of it and adjust it.